Hello and welcome back to Dicebreaker. We hope this isn't going 2 frames per second, but for some reason YouTube still isn't happy with my OBS setup. So we'll figure that out when we can. But we're back.
New year, same old YouTube.
New year, same old crap. We're back with some more live board game playthroughs, and I'm joined by our staff writer and editor-in-chief, Alex Meehan and Matt Jarvis. How are you both doing?
Hello, I'm alright. How are you, Will?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. If you don't know me already, I'm Wheels, one of the video producers here at Dicebreaker, the channel that you're already watching. And today we are playing a new game from Scorpion Mask, or Scorpion Mask, as they are French.
Oh, oui.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a game called Masterword, which is kind of like a mix between Mastermind and Code Words, kind of.
Yeah, that's a fair description, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's
pretty.
It's more mastermindy.
Yeah. What's the white and red word guessing game that I've forgotten the name of, which everyone loves, with the with the little red screens that block. Yeah, exactly. Decrypto. That's the one.
From Scorpion Mask.
From Scorpion Mask. Yes.
Scorpion Mask.
Similar. Yeah. It's similar to. It's similar to that. It's a word game. You know, all word games are basically the same. Oh, yeah, we're getting a lot of people saying 2 FPS confirmed.
Yeah,
oh, God.
Oh, goodness.
For 4K 2 FPS, that's what people say.
I'll tell you what. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. I am going to go back to the starting scene screen. I'm going to close OBS. I'm going to try and run it again, see if that helps. So we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere, people in the chat.
I'm being shut up.
Watch this space. Wait, we need like a test card.
I'm going to write it in the chat as well, just in case. Do not
Someone get dressed up as a clown or a small girl drawing on a chalkboard.
I'll go and hop and do that, Matt, shall I?
Right, we'll be back soon. We'll be back soon. Oh, wait, smooth video now? Oh, hold on. Hold on.
It's looking smooth. I can see it smooth.
Oh, we threatened it, and now
now it's behaving.
We
like all technology, it's a coward.
Yeah. It's like when your PC seems to have completely balked, and then you press shut down, and then it decides to
like, please, sir, don't shut me down.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Apparently the audio is slightly out of sync, but that's not the end of the world. That's just a Dicebreaker standard at this point. So right, let's crack on.
Excellent stuff.
Matt, do you want to be the rules lawyer for this one? Do you want to teach us how to play?
Sure, I can teach you how to play, and we'll be playing with you, the audience, once we've had a go of it ourselves. But we'll run through once so that you can see how it works. It's not a super long game, and I'll say, having played it a few times, I rather like it so far.
Good.
If you're unfamiliar with Mastermind is like a code cracking game. So in Mastermind, it's colors, and you're trying to work out the sequence of like beads or whatever they are that someone has hidden. But here it's a word you're trying to work out. So the guide, as they're called in this game, has one of the, I think, Will's, you're the guide, so I can't actually pull out the cards. But there's a red box of different answers. I think there's like 300
example card
like that. Yeah. So you can see that the answer here would be something that I can't see.
Tibia.
Why is it not coming up for me? Tibia.
Jeez.
Wow. Yeah, and you get a starting hint, which is body in this case. So the rest of the people, who I think are just called guessers, I don't know, they use different terms for them.
Seekers.
The guessers.
Seekers,
that's it.
Thank you. Speaking of seekers, someone's seeking attention down here, so apologies for that.
So the seekers are trying to guess this word, so tibia. So they can't see it, but they do see the word body. And they do this by... Oh, now Polly is clawing things.
It's a cat stream. It's cat stream.
Cat to bother me.
So Meehan and I would get to write down clues on these clue cards in the middle. There are up to 7 rounds, which is why there are 7 kind of things. And we might write... you can write as many words as you want, but it has to be like a singular idea. So you could write like smaller than a loaf of bread if you wanted to. So I might write smaller than a loaf of bread. Meehan might write, I don't know, organ or something like that, because we know the clue is body. And then Wheels, as the guide, would put some of these thumb tokens to the side of the cards. So the thumb tokens represent how many of those clues are correct, but they don't necessarily represent which clues are correct. So, like the old Morecambe and Wise bit, they're the right clues, but not necessarily in the right order.
Wow, what a Monday reference that is.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody has activated the fart machine underneath me. Everything is going well.
Oh, is that what you call it, Wills?
Should I play the guide first, because I have a construction site underneath me?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So the other thing to note is, so you put these thumbs next to each row of cards. You are, as the guide, once per game allowed to put one thumb specifically on a clue card to show that specific clue card is correct. But you can only do that once per game. So once you've done it, you've done it. So you want to kind of save it for the right moment. And as the seekers, we get 3 of these red bordered solution cards down the bottom. So we have to try and guess the answer on these. So if we write down the answer as a clue and it's not on one of these red bordered cards, we lose. So if we wrote down tibia on one of these on a normal card, we would just lose. But with these solution cards, if you write it down and it's not correct, it's just treated like a normal guess. So, there's no downside to using all of your solution cards. And that's kind of it. You're just trying to get it as quick as possible.
Excellent stuff.
Okay.
All makes sense.
Yes, I have now unmuted myself. As you can see, we've got 3 clue cards per round. So 1 will be Matt Jarvis, 1 will be Alex Meehan, and 1 will be you, chat. Which means that you'll have to answer quickly, because there is a delay in the chat. So we'll see the earlier answers late, if that makes sense. But whilst Matt and Meehan are discussing, get your answers in. We'll pick whichever one has been said the most. And we'll shove that down as the 3rd clue. But for now, I'm going to hide this part of my screen so that you, lovely people at home, cannot see what the... Oh, God, it's begun again.
Here comes the farts.
Here comes the fart machine.
What?
Wait.
So Wills is doing the thing.
You've been absorbed by the fart machine?
Oh no!
I'm trying to mute my mic so you can't hear. They're like drilling into brick below me, and I've got a cat on me. Oh God, it's all going on. All right, okay. Your first clue is red.
Wait, why are you giving us clues? You didn't give us clues.
Yeah, you always hear the first clue.
I think he means a hint.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Your first hint, whatever it is.
Yeah, so the starting thing, like body was for tibia, is red. Which feels very vague. So for what it's worth, me and you and I can discuss openly what we're going to put on these cards. Like, we are working together. It's a cooperative game. And obviously we don't want to double up. So, I mean, I don't even know where to start with red, because it could be living, it could be an object. You don't want to go too broad because you don't know which clues are correct. If you go too broad, you don't really get anywhere, and you've only got 7 rounds. So I'm gonna go for, and like, if we put, for instance, like animal, mineral, and object all in the same row, and it got a thumb, we wouldn't know which one of those it was. So if it's all right with you, I'm gonna just put down object in the hope that we at least get to. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put down gonna be more specific and be like non-living.
Okay.
So that we can, like, potentially get rid of, like animals or...
Yes, indeed. I'm having a bit of difficulty at the moment because I can't use a mouse with my MacBook.
I can write it in for you if you want.
I can't... it's not letting me zoom in onto this board. Like, I... Like I'm using the pad how I'd usually try and zoom into something, and it's not letting me do that. So
technical issues abound in this.
yeah, technical issues abound.
It's the first one of the new year.
Yeah, what a way to start off a year that almost certainly will only
continue
continue to be this level of.
We have to get them all out now,
So if you could just type for me.
Of course, yeah.
I think you can do that. I hope you can. Yeah. I'm going to say, because the thing is, red is also like a color that represents. So the kind of words that are in this game, are they very much specific things like?
Yeah, so there are, I think, 150 double-sided cards, and they ramp up in difficulty. So
to give you an example, the ones that we've got here that I drew for examples are Cannes Film Festival and Werewolf.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
They range from like specific events and people through to just like everyday objects. It's a real kind of gamut.
So there wouldn't be concepts on there then?
I don't think abstract concepts are on there, but I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
I will say that for the chat, it looks like fruit is the most popular word. So we're going to be going for fruit.
I've stuck that on the third card.
So as long as I'm fairly confident it's not an abstract concept. Red.
And for what it's worth, I think we can ask Wheels or the guide to clarify certain things. But we can't ask specific. So we can't ask, for instance, would fruit count as a living thing? Because fruit on the tree is like a living plant, but we couldn't ask to clarify that.
Right.
But we could say, like, if you wrote down, I don't know, something else, we could ask just to clarify to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Okay, I'll just put animal for the sake of maybe clearing that particular
Sure. All
option.
Right. Wheels, here are your clues. Non-living, animal, fruit. It's like a really terrible game show.
Boop.
Okay, so it's one of those things. So, well, we can probably take from this that. Oh, so Meehan?
Hello.
Discussion.
Yes.
Do we think fruit counts as non-living or living? Because if fruit counts as potentially non-living, that means that animal is probably the correct one here.
It's just one tick, right?
Yeah, just one of these is right.
I would say it's non-living, because when you think of fruit, you don't really think of it on a tree, do you? You think of it as like in a bowl or
You're not
something
like I'm about to eat a living thing.
Yeah, you don't eat it off the tree. You don't like lift your head up and like crunch down on
giraffe
an apple
styling.
when it's on when it's on the branch.
Did I just say giraffe?
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
So from that, I guess we can make a relatively safe assumption that it's probably an animal. Because, or it could be non-living.
Yeah.
But not fruit, which is something I failed to consider up until
I didn't want to say it, Matt, but not all things that are alive are fruit.
Everything's a fruit if you try hard enough to eat it.
Well, I think it's a little bit tough to figure out what one is right at this stage.
Yeah.
So maybe... because fruit is a very specific thing. So maybe if maybe the chat would like to explore that avenue a bit further, and then if there isn't much success with that, then we're fairly confident it's not fruit.
Yeah, remember, chat, if you want to have your say, do it early. Because we are going to have a bit of delay on the chat, so the quicker that you get your answer in, the more likely it will be counted. And we'll go with whatever seems to be the most popular suggestion.
I don't know why your delivery of that specifically made me think of like 7 p.m. on a Saturday on ITV1.
It's like the incredibly obnoxiously easy quiz questions where it's like £6 to enter, and they select one person who got it right.
You live there.
Please it's not a mouse.
Okay, let's go with I'm gonna try going down the route of like, okay, if it's non-living, maybe it could be another kind of food that isn't a fruit.
See, this is the difficult thing.
So if I put edible, that potentially eliminates fruit and non-living and potentially animal.
I will say that we've got a few people in chat saying edible and food.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Is it popular enough to be?
There's 2 people, and one of them said food. Out of the 3, I mean.
Interesting. Well, I might try and cover some other areas. See, red is just so useless.
Yeah.
It's quite vague.
Like it could be a fire truck. It could be an apple.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be a fire truck and an apple, which are 2 very different things. I mean, like, animal was like, when you think of animals, the red, I guess, isn't a very common color. Like maybe a parrot, but like parrots can also be other colors. I might just ditch the animal thing because I just don't think.
Yeah, I think that's a fair shout.
I suppose you can have certain.
A ladybug.
It's not like like for the most part, there's not an animal that's like this is almost always red. Maybe parrots.
Knuckles, the echidna.
Yeah, it's Knuckles the echidna, isn't it?
I mean, we can't rule it out at this point.
No,
but
Matt,
arguably Knuckles is non-living.
Matt, if it was Knuckles the echidna, the main hint would be badass. Thank you very much.
Oh, God. I don't want to get into an existential discussion about Knuckles, but I don't think Knuckles is living. If not living for real, certainly dead on the inside.
Sorry, Knuckles.
We've got a super chat here from None of Your Business with a joke. Considering we do not have an Alex Ellis with us, we have no joke of the week. So here is a joke from None of Your Business instead. Crab. Mollusk buddy. Someone's been sleeping with my partner and I've got no clue who it is. Mollusk. It's been me all along. Crab. I had no idea you were that shellfish.
Whoa.
That was a very long-winded way of saying the pun shellfish. Thank you for that super chat, None of Your Business.
Gotta watch out for the mollusks.
All right, Meehan, any idea what your clue is going to be? Because we're on round 2 of 7.
Yep.
This is why they normally include a 90-minute timer, I believe. A 90-minute timer, 90-second timer.
90-minute timer is probably what we're working towards, to be fair.
That's very generous. Okay, you know what? Put vehicle, because we thought a fire truck.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Not a bad shout. I'm struggling to think of other things.
Well, I mean, we've not had much input from the chat, so I'm going to assume that they want edible. So, Matt, if you think of something else.
Someone just typed in the chat, who killed Knuckles? Terrible crime.
Who framed Knuckles the Echidna?
A heinous crime.
Okay, tell you what, I'm going to go with something similar. I'm gonna go with non-organic.
Ooh. Dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun.
Ooh. Okay, so can we assume here that it's a vehicle and it's non-organic? Because if it was edible, would it be organic?
Actually, I have a question.
Okay.
Is there a way in which, like, if I were to put down a token on top of a card directly, would I also get to show how many others were correct by having the rest of the ones? Okay.
Yeah, you do. So you still put them at the side, but you put one of them directly on.
I think this is a dangerous round, so I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to give up my one chance.
We've made a breakthrough. I've worked out how to zoom in on my MacBook. Thank God.
23 minutes into the stream. we
Look,
can finally
mate, it's not my fault it's unintuitive. Yeah, I said it.
Hayden Fox says an edible vehicle.
An edible vehicle. I mean, it's unlikely, but not impossible.
Clockwork Raven says all vehicles are edible.
So Wheels has put the thumb on edible specifically.
Yeah, so we know for sure that edible is correct.
But there is also another thumb.
Yeah, so either vehicle or non-organic is correct.
Cool.
Do you think it's like a? Do you think it's like something sweet, like because I just don't think it's going to be vehicle.
I guess it's like how do you define organic? Because if it's made out of sugar, right? That's technically from organic matter.
I suppose, yeah. Just trying to think how those two would match up.
A non-organic, like a Rustlers? I don't know.
Unless it's like...
I'm sure it's Rustlers. 0 to hot in 60 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sure French publisher Scorpion Mask have decided that Rustlers is one of the clues they want to give.
I don't know what they eat in French Canada. Canada. Oh, goodness.
Unless it's like vehicle and edible and it's like, I don't know, the apple cart or something.
Yeah. Okay, well, assuming that it's not the apple cart.
You know, the apple cart.
We can probably assume that it's a non-organic edible thing.
Yeah. Okay, this confuses things because maybe it's like bubble gum or something. I'm just trying to think of how those two
that's not bad.
up.
Because... Well, at this point, do we assume that this thumb at the first one probably isn't fruit because it's non-organic? And probably isn't an animal because it's non-organic, so it's non-living?
Living, yeah.
So it's a food that is made without any kind of animal or vegetable.
Yeah.
It's red.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of like...
Did you hear Toto?
Yeah.
But that was Holly was also going.
I'm thinking of like maybe strawberry laces or something. But it might be bubblegum. But I think of pink when I think of bubblegum, I guess.
The chat would like liquid as their next clue. By the looks of things,
that's a good one.
Red. Non-organic.
Liquid.
Is it like? Oh my goodness. What's that character that bursts through the wall?
Oh, the Kool-Aid man.
Is it Kool-Aid?
I think it could be.
That's red, right? And it's probably not made of anything you're supposed to drink.
Is it the Tizer head?
Is it the Tizer?
Yeah, now there's another modern reference that Scorpion Mask would definitely put in. Oh, God.
Okay, well, chat have said liquid. I'm going to go with... Can I put sweet, please?
Yeah, sweet's a good call.
To be honest, I can do this myself because I can actually see things.
What should I put? I don't really know where to go from here, because I don't want to put anything that's too close, because if we just get another farm, it's not really going to help.
Don't put Kool-Aid, because it might be that.
Yeah, just a reminder for anyone who's just joined us. We're trying to write down things that are basically yes or no questions as to... It's kind of like 20 questions, actually, is what it is. But if our seekers, I believe they're called, i.e. if the chat, Matt or Alex, accidentally put the actual thing they're trying to guess on one of the non-solution cards, they lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a super chat here from Hello, I'm Duke Bien, who says, good morning from New York, Alex, Matt, and Wheels. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Good afternoon.
It's weird to have people call me Alex.
Yeah, I also said Alex because I saw Hello, I'm Duke and super chat.
Yeah.
When I normally call you Meehan.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a clue. I'm going to say can be consumed by itself. Because I figure if is Kool-Aid a thing you drink by itself, or is it like a squash?
I think you drink it as it is, right?
Okay.
correct us, otherwise.
I'm going to say typically consumed by itself. For those people drinking just pure squash out there, or...
Oh, you need that next hit.
Yeah, can is a dangerous word to use, I think. All right, we've got our 3 questions here, or clues. Typically consumed by itself, sweet and liquid. Oh, do 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 do.
Okay, so it's
Oh wait, no, sorry. That was a double by accident, and I forgot to get rid of it.
Well, that was so close.
Disappointing. I'm guessing it's probably your thing, Matt. That's not correct.
That's not
not because I don't respect you.
So it's something that has to be consumed, but with something else.
Yeah, maybe it's some sort of squash. I don't know what Kool-Aid is, so maybe that is a squash. I don't know why I keep going back to Kool-Aid. It's the only thing I can think of that's red.
Okay.
Unless it's sweet and typically consumed by itself and therefore not a liquid.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, sweet liquids.
Sweet liquids. You saying sweet liquids.
But they're kind of like far and few between, right? Unless you go with something like, I mean, and also what's like a red sweet other than Kool-Aid, which
Tizer.
Yeah, but
Tizer's orange.
No, Tizer's red.
Tizer's basically orange. I'm googling it.
Look, Fanta Fruit Twist, aka the best fizzy drink out there.
If it's Fanta Fruit Twist, I will pay you £100.
I would love to have £100.
Did you know that Tizer is subtitled as The Great British Pop?
Subtitled?
Maybe it's a Panda Pop, but those came in more than one colour.
Oh, Panda Pop,
Red
yeah.
was definitely one of them, though.
I tell you what, I think Tizer definitely was more red the further back you go. I think it's become orange over the years.
Yeah. As they took the E numbers out of
yeah,
there.
Exactly.
It faded through the spectrum.
Okay, let's try and narrow this down a little bit more. So I'm gonna say,
Chat are asking alcoholic. That is their clue.
Oh, that's a very good clue.
Oh, it is a good clue.
And I'm gonna put. I'm trying to go off of the red and say whether it's a vivid color, because if it's like a bright red, that's very different to like more of a burgundy. You know, is it wine at some point?
Okay, hang on. Maybe I don't know if bottled is too general, because if it's bottled, I think that clears out any possibility that it's some form of fizzy drink, because you don't get fizzy drinks.
You mean like a glass bottle?
Yeah, I'll say glass bottle. Can I say that? Is that too many words?
Yeah, no, it's a single concept.
Okay.
So that's like the rule with this game. It's not one word. It's just like a singular idea.
Okay, well that'll help narrow it down, because if it's that at all, then we know that it's just not a fizzy pop.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, dun, 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 dun,
the clues are in.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
wow.
One. Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna say here that I think it's maybe mine that's right.
Yeah.
Because most alcoholic drinks would come in a glass bottle.
Glass bottle, yeah. Unless you're drinking like White Lightning or something. Just not red. Or Scrumpy Jack or something like that. Okay, so let's assume that it is Matt's. So it's got a vivid colour. You know what? I reckon liquid, we've been swayed by liquid. I reckon it's probably not a liquid. Because I reckon it's sweet and it's consumed by itself. I just think it might be like strawberry laces.
Well, yeah, stick it on a solution card then. Go for it.
How many of those do we get?
3 of them. They're just down at the bottom. But if you get one wrong, it just counts as a normal clue. So
okay. I'm going to guess that.
Yeah, go for it.
That it.
We've only got 2 rounds left as well. Or, oh no, sorry, 3 rounds.
Yeah, get your answers in quickly, chat. Couple of people saying Coke. Is in Coca-Cola.
Oh, because it's got a red can.
Oh wow, that's
hang on.
Actually, there's quite a few people saying Coke, so let's say that's their guess.
All right, we'll stick that on a solution
think
then.
About it though, like those three typically consumed by itself, sweet and liquid. That would apply. All of those would apply to Coke.
Yeah, let's put it on a solution card then. Let's do laces and Coca-Cola as two potential guesses.
I suppose you can mix Coke with rum to make a very nice drink, or bourbon. There you go. There's a tip from
But
me.
but it's also typically consumed by itself, right?
Yeah.
How do you unlock things on this again?
L. Hover over press L.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I was trying to drag the solution cards up, but it's fine. We'll just leave them down there. And
Other people in the chat are saying candy as well.
But we've already said that it's sweet, right?
Yes.
I feel like if it was... Yeah, but... Oh, I guess...
Like, we call them sweets, but I get the feeling that this would use American terms.
There's a lot of answers in the chat, but I think Coke is still the dominant one.
The top one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like
Coke, then we can
for the sake of, like, this, like, if it was candy, like, Wheels, would you have given us sweet? Like...
What,
like
sorry?
a taste sweet?
Like, if we'd guessed candy... Or if we'd guessed sweet, but it was candy, would you have given that to us? Because it's...
Oh, I saw that as sweet as an adjective rather than a noun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But also, candy or sweets can be any colour, right? I don't know. I don't know what to do for my clue.
I think it's just a really bad hint, to be honest with
It's so vague, like, just red.
When I hovered over the deck, it said easy words, which is a barefaced lie.
Well,
the word itself is hard. It's just the hint is rubbish.
No doubt we'll be embarrassed by the time it...
Oh god, I'm getting blown out now because I've just turned the lights on. It will adjust in a second.
Look, Matt, don't bring no doubt into this, okay?
I think we should save a solution card. So I'm just going to make like a broader guess.
Okay.
But I don't know what it is.
Maybe like... Because I just think candy or like something you can buy in a convenience store.
Okay, but how about that? Like sold in a like typical corner
shop, yeah.
Oops.
You know the ones. They sell the sweets that you don't see anywhere else. The ones that they've banned.
Okay, you ready?
All right. Boom.
Boom, 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 bam.
Oh, none of it?
Nothing.
Whoa.
Okay, so it's not sold in a typical corner shop, which I feel would have instantly eliminated strawberry laces and Coke.
Yeah. What the hell is this thing? It's edible. It's not organic. It's not sold in a corner shop. It could be sweet and a liquid, typically sold by itself.
Is this going to be some weird thing?
Is it boxed wine?
Is it boxed wine?
Might be.
It's not. Well, no, because that would be organic, wouldn't it?
This is true. A crate of wine.
A crate of wine. I was also thinking about blood for a while, but blood is also organic.
It's currently either blood or ketchup as the guesses that are the most dominant in the chat.
But I feel like ketchup you get in a glass bottle and it's a vivid colour.
Yeah, you can get that in a glass bottle. Not so common these days. That's the problem.
You sound like my grandma.
I know.
Oh, you don't get.
You just don't see it anymore.
That's
a lot of people saying blood is organic.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that would have been eliminated because we know that it's non-organic.
Robot blood.
That's like yogurt.
Yeah, if you get off Alien, it's like yogurt, yeah.
Oh, I don't know now. I'm completely thrown by the fact it wouldn't be sold in a corner shop.
I think this is your penultimate round now, right?
Yeah.
I think we're a bit in trouble, Mr. Jarvis. I generally have no idea what it could be.
It's not sold in a corner shop.
We have a super chat here from Ivor Brennan who says strawberry syrup.
That's a very
with a question mark.
thing.
Up to you.
But would that actually, thinking about it, would strawberry laces and strawberry syrup have got us another thumb for fruit? Because they're non-living, but they're also fruit.
Yeah, but strawberry laces.
Yeah, but it's fruit flavored. I feel like that's fruit. That's
fruit flavored.
Is it a fruit winder to continue our exploration of
yeah, that's another blast from the
schoolyard in 2003?
They were the coolest, along with Dairy Dunkers.
Tim Phillips says, blood is a sort of vehicle for oxygen.
You're giving us way too much credit.
We're in too deep.
We are not that smart.
Oh, Matt, I'm bamboozled.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the chat looking like, Wills? What are we looking like for a clue?
I don't think anything has overtaken blood or ketchup yet, but a few people are now saying cough syrup.
Yeah, some people are saying cough syrup.
Would you call it red? I don't even know what colour cough syrup is.
Probably like purpley red. I mean, it varies, I think, but...
Okay. Shall I go with medicine? Oh,
yes.
Spell it correctly.
The thing is...
Because we got a round after this, but to be honest...
Basically, the round after you have to guess,
so, yeah.
You're putting medicine. I'll put... I don't know.
Our only hope.
Is ibuprofen red in the US or something? A few people have said ibuprofen. I don't know why.
Maybe, but maybe it's red.
Non-living edible.
John Potts, I think I find it's the pill that you use to leave the Matrix. Actually.
Oh God, I really hope it's not the red pill.
Surely not.
Okay,
I'll be honest, Matt. Whilst this is technically cheating, if I had read a card that said red pill right now, I would have gotten rid of it.
There.
Maybe go with tablet, because then we might get some more. If there's multiple thumbs up, then we might be able to narrow down like what kind of medicine it is.
All right.
Because maybe it's not a liquid. Maybe
it's not. Are you going with tablet then?
Yeah, I'll go with tablet.
Tell you what, I'll revise mine a little bit to be chewed, because tablets you swallow whole, right? So
you can choose some.
I feel like most medicines would be tablets.
Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to pick an answer from the chat because there's a lot going on.
Okay.
Although a lot of them are basically guesses, I would say, because they're proper nouns or they're nouns or whatever. Which would mean that you would probably want to use the red card, but it's up to you.
There's a lot going on here. There's tomato juice. There's LSD.
A lot of people saying Tylenol now.
There's cough syrup. I don't know what Tylenol is. Lipstick.
Oh, that's quite good. I mean, typically consumed by itself, I guess. It's not really an accompaniment to anything. Oh, lipstick is actually a very good one.
Oh.
Maybe. Do we put it in the hands of the chat and do we write lipstick on this last solution card and just Hail Mary it? We
could try and Hail Mary it with lipstick. You could. Okay.
Could you just choose to not do a third clue for this round and then get your answers?
Yeah, but the chat... You could always put a makeup in the clue card.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
And then we can see. I know a lot of people are saying Tylenol, but...
Yeah, okay, let's try makeup.
A couple of people saying cosmetic, which is basically the same, the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good... I have not thought of that.
Yeah, all right. Although if we get one thumb here, it's...
Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Bum bum ba-dum, bow.
Okay. It's a good thing we didn't put lipstick.
No.
But we're also, I feel like 7 rounds later, we're exactly where we started.
Yeah, we got no idea.
It's like, I don't know, could be an apple.
Could be an apple.
If it's an apple after all this. All
I mean,
right.
it could be an apple because if you think about it, if it's no, it depends how we'll sort of define whether an apple is a living being or not.
Well, it's organic, right? So I think it can't be an apple.
You can't drive around in an apple unless you're that little worm. Do you remember those? Do you remember those picture books? I swear there was a worm in it that you used to drive around in an apple.
Oh, the Alphabet Land ones.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it was Alphabet
Maybe
Land.
it's the Alphabet Land apple. I think we let chat decide.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
their fault.
This nicely passes the failure
The
out
blame.
of our hands. Yeah.
Responsibility.
Okay.
Chat, what do you think?
A lot of people are talking about apples. I wouldn't say they're necessarily voting for them. Apples need
What's
to
your
be
favourite kind
chewed,
of apple?
says
They
Isabel.
do
mean,
need chewed.
Everyone knows the best apple is a Granny Smith anyway.
Apple
and that's
cart,
fine.
apple juice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't really like apples. The skin gets in my teeth. I don't like it.
Oh no, the skin's the best bit.
The
Ugh,
best
no.
apple
I
is
like
clearly a
pears
pink
better than
lady.
apples.
Thank you very much. No questions asked.
I like soft fruits though, so I'm a soft boy.
Ugh, no, I hate soft
I always
fruit.
knew this.
Feel of it in my mouth.
A lot of
is
people
like-
saying apple cart or apple car.
Not apple cart again.
Someone says hot tamales.
Oh god. Right, I think we've just put hot tamales and end it. We've been on this one for how long? 45 minutes?
All right, is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're serious, are we? No, if we're seriously taking the answers of chat, then it's apple cart. That is the one that is currently the most
pick
popular.
apple cart then.
Apple cart as the edible. Okay.
Someone else has put Elmo. Like, can you
Elmo's
eat
not edible
Elmo?
as far as I know.
Okay, are we ready?
Try.
Tickle me, Elmo,
Are
not
we ready?
consume me.
I
Yeah.
bet that surprised
I'm
everyone. I'm afraid the answer was ketchup.
It was ketchup.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
Wait,
Nobody
hold
picked
on
it.
now.
Nobody picked it. Right, I'm gonna have to talk you through this because you made me
Non-organic.
choose a lot of things here. All right.
Wheels.
Okay,
Wheels,
first,
come on.
Non-organic.
yeah, it isn't organic.
It's made of tomatoes.
It's full of chemicals. It's just sugar and chemicals with a
You've
vague
led us
tomato
astray here,
flavour.
Will. This is the greatest betrayal.
If it's bright
No.
red ketchup, it's not organic, Matt. I need
made
you
of
to understand that. It's
It's not the same-
man-made.
But it's made of tomatoes.
Yeah,
That's
just
like-
because the ingredient isn't man-made doesn't mean it's not man-made.
I mean, I think if you could eat something without it doing really bad things to you.
You know that a car is made out of things that you can get out of the earth, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but like there are like tomato is in some form in a ketchup. Like
yeah,
I
it's
know it's got a
tomato
lot-
ketchup. It's not a tomato car.
If we're talking Heinz tomato ketchup, it is not an organic substance.
It
All right.
100% is organic.
We
Wells.
also- a lot
This
of
is
people
the
are saying-
No,
greatest-
this is
A lot
rubbish.
of
All right,
people
look,
say
let me
it's
let me
organic
take you
for
through it. Let me
that.
take you through it, okay?
Same.
Let me take you through it, okay? First row, right? First row, non-living, okay? It is not a fruit, but it's made of fruit, so that was
Okay,
difficult.
sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was difficult to figure out. It's not obviously not an animal. Second row, it is edible. I needed you to get away from animals and cars and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just shoved it on that one. And then I said it's non-organic. That we can argue about, fine. I don't think it's organic. Anyway. Next
Wait,
one.
hold on.
Typically consumed by itself? No, it's a condiment. Sweet, yes. Liquid, yes. Okay? With me on that
Sure.
one? Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Next row. Glass bottle, incredibly hard to decide because most of them are in plastic nowadays. So it's not commonly in a glass bottle, so I said no.
Really?
It's not
Oh,
alcoholic, and it has a vivid red colour. Typically sold in a corner shop? No, not really.
Really?
Not
Yeah.
not
I
not.
would absolutely expect to find ketchup
You were
in, like,
talking
a
about
corner shop.
sweet shops, is what you were talking about.
I was talking about corner shop. That's why I
corner
wrote
shop.
corner shop.
A corner shop is different from a little supermarket.
I didn't write sweet shop.
Like if I went to the corner shop, I wouldn't find like pasta. Do you know what I mean?
You wouldn't find like sriracha maybe, but you'd find ketchup and.
Wills, if Lolies was here, you'd be in a lot more trouble.
I disagree. Last row, you don't chew ketchup. It's not medical, it's not cosmetic, and it's not an apple cart. So, yeah, red, awful clue. Absolutely terrible. That was not easy. But also, I don't think I'm entirely to blame.
I mean, you can think what you want, Wills.
Tiny Rainer says jobbies are man-made and they are organic. Someone in the chat saying ketchup isn't sweet. Come on now. Come on, everyone. Let's all just calm down.
Sugar, yeah.
It is mostly sugar.
That
I don't
I'll
know
go
if
with
ketchup is wildly different in other countries, but ketchup here, like classic Heinz ketchup, is sweet, mainly chemicals and sugar. Especially the stuff you get from like a chip shop. It's like that horrible thin stuff.
Fair enough. It's not quite as bad as like a sweet chili dip, like the kind of one you would get from like a chip shop, because that stuff is like radioactive. I don't know what you have to put in there to make it that color, but Hooey. Okay, right. How's the fart machine on your end, Wills?
It's pretty good, actually. So if you guys want to take over, I would like to not be the clue giver anymore because it's horrible.
Because you've embarrassed yourself.
No.
It's okay to admit.
Because you two are idiots.
Never seen ketchup in person.
You two are idiots is the real reason.
Meehan, do you want to take over and be the guide?
Yeah, so I'm gonna change to orange, and Meehan, I'm gonna make you red. And then you should be able to see the hidden area here,
yeah?
And you can draw one of these cards from the deck.
Okay.
Ketchup is sweet. No, enough. I'm not talking about this anymore. Somebody also said that I was cheating. This is a co-op game. Oh my god.
This is weird. Can I skip cards? Because I don't know who they are.
Yeah, of course.
I think organic is a very, very difficult thing to describe.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't call a pie organic. Organic just means like made of carbon if you're going to be really pedantic, but it's like...
Yeah. But I think, I don't know, like you can buy organic ketchup.
Yeah, right? But then like it's not the norm, is it?
Tomatoes
it's not the norm, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's like with the glass bottle thing where I was like, yeah, but you don't normally get it in glass bottles, so I won't say that. Because then that would have led you down the alcohol path. There's also the thing that like I was trying to steer you, which made it even harder. Because there were some things where I could be like, yeah, technically, but then that would just make it even harder.
Yeah, to be honest, it's the thing I like about this game. Like we're having a bit of banter, but I like the fact
it was just banter.
It's just like loose enough in what people can decide is right or not.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really
fun.
Hard.
I like this game. Also, it's worth saying if folks enjoy watching us play it, this game is relatively easy to play, even if you don't have tabletop sim. To play over video call, because I've played it with friends and family over the holidays. So it's a good one if you're looking to play with folks that you can't necessarily see at the moment.
I mean, honestly, you could play it in a Google Doc.
Yeah,
you know,
you can. You should support the people that made it.
Yeah. But if if only one person owns the game, you can also just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the hint the word at the top? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I am providing the hint, but I will also say it. The hint is food.
Food.
Yeah, we're back
Great.
on
That should have been the thing for ketchup.
Yeah, it should have been the same for ketchup. That would have made things a lot easier.
Okay, Wills, what are you thinking?
Well, let's not ask if it's organic, because apparently all food is organic. So that's worthless as a clue. So how about maybe if we use senses, like not senses, like taste profiles. Like you kind of want to double up on one, don't you?
Yeah, I mean you don't want to just like if we just put like sweet, sour, something
because
else.
you only get one.
You get one thumb. So I mean, if you want to go with a sense, what I could do is maybe go with size. So if we say like it's smaller than something, because that might limit whether it's like, I don't know, a steak versus a blueberry.
But then if you do something completely different from me, then we've got the same question, right? Because it's like if you get one, then you get no answer. Although I suppose you're aiming to try and get more than one, right?
Yeah.
But then still you wouldn't know which. Because if one of us said savory and the other said like umami or something, you know, if we got 2 thumbs, then we'd be like, all right, bang, savory, done, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm down with this plan. Although I feel like umami is quite a hard.
Well, actually, some people in chat have said umami. I've just seen 2. Yeah.
Requires cooking is very good, Chase.
Requires cooking is good.
Yeah, like whether you eat it raw or not, that is. Although anything can be eaten raw if you try hard enough.
What if we said savoury dinner? And then,
that's a very good call.
Because then, if it's a dessert, it won't be savoury or dinner. But if it's like, you know, chicken or something, then.
Do you mean like main meal then, rather than dinner?
Yeah, main meal, I guess.
Or supper.
Supper.
Or tea, as some people might call it. Brunch.
11s.
11s. Who's having their main meal at 11s? All right, savoury and main meal.
Yeah.
And then
what have we got from chat?
Got any idea what people think in the chat? Because there's been a lot of variance.
Yeah, there's a real mix.
I don't know why, but Chris Field saying smaller than banana. That's made me laugh. What a metric!
But then, what do you put if it's a banana?
Oh
that's
god!
Exactly the size of the banana.
See, this is why this game's a nightmare. Entree is another good one. Moose bouche.
Moose bouche. Wow.
We've got a couple for like eaten raw, eaten only raw.
Should we say cooked or not cooked?
Yeah. Or how about like typically eaten cooked?
Yeah.
Because I feel like again, you can have meat raw.
Yes.
Technically, but
wouldn't advise it.
All right. Meehan.
Okay. I've got to do the music now. What's the music again?
Gosh, 4 thumbs.
4?
We were so correct.
Is that supposed to be 3?
Wow, have we...
Oh, we've nailed this.
Smashed it on the first round. Okay,
that is
so it's
huge.
main meal.
You're
Savoury.
getting a holiday to Ibiza.
It's typically eaten cooked.
Back to the islands. Okay, all right. So, okay. So we're looking at. Well, it depends if we're looking at like a dish or a component. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what we write here. Like, do we write like dish in terms of like it's a combination of things?
Yeah. What if we put like ingredient?
Yeah, ingredients good. Like that will do it, right?
Yeah, but then we need to think about what to line it up with, right?
Yeah.
Straight out of the gate, Aiden's folks, shepherd's pie. No more info required. That is the only cooked meal. That is the only savoury cooked meal in existence. Shepherd's pie. Go.
If that was the case, I would be so unhappy.
Well, like it's not going to be a salad, you know. Potato is good from Hatronoff.
Potato.
Maybe this is the point where we say meat.
Yeah, Kelsey Burns needs to be eaten with a knife, but I think like needs to be eaten or is typically eaten with cutlery is an interesting one as well.
Yeah, cutlery's cool. What if we did like ingredient and then either meat, vegetable, or whatever, and then hopefully we'll pair them up.
Yeah, I'll go down for that. All right, shall I put ingredient?
Let's do meat. Let's see if it's a meat dish.
Okay,
or if it is a piece of meat.
Are we going with eaten with cutlery?
A lot of people are saying vegetarian vegan now. So let's say that let's replace meat with vegetarian vegan.
Okay.
And then I'll say. Yeah, I'll say baked.
Ooh.
How do you feel about that? Style of cooking or fried?
Yeah, I think or like oven versus hob kind of thing. I feel like baked is too potentially broad.
Cooked on a hob.
Because if you roast something, like that's not baking it, but it still goes in the oven.
Yeah, cooked on a hob. There we go. All right.
Right.
Our clues are ingredient, cooked on
in.
a hob, and vegetarian/vegan. We're locked in.
You're locked in.
This
is the worst jazz club I've ever been to.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, 2 thumbs up. All right.
Now, I'm
Actually,
gonna...
sorry. I messed up.
Oh,
The
no.
music is the best part of the stream.
Yeah. It's
The
our way
dreaded-
of being creative.
Dreaded one thumb.
Okay.
Can I put that thumb on a specific one, please?
Yeah, you can do if you want. So you can do that once per game.
Yeah, you only get to do this once. Okay, all right. It's not. It's a meal then. It's not an ingredient. That's actually really good, and it's not baked, so it's not like a pizza or anything like that. It's cooked on a hob.
Cooked on a hob.
So
And it's not vegetarian.
Yeah, so maybe like, should we go down the like steak and chips route?
Well, chips you do in a...
Would you?
You wouldn't fry chips.
No, but you cook a steak on a hob. You cook a steak on a hob is what I mean.
Yeah, but would that be an ingredient? Because you don't eat a steak by itself.
Oh, I meant steak and chips, but I plucked a meal out of my head. I didn't.
No, let me tear it apart.
You know culinary arts.
My gut immediately went to something like a stir fry. But I suppose that can be vegetarian. So,
Yeah.
cooked on a hob.
Oh, but then now we have the problem where did Meehan say it's not vegetarian, or did Meehan say it's not exclusively vegetarian?
Well, I think if it was vegetarian at all, there might be another thumb. Because if it's like broad enough where it could be vegetarian.
This is why it's tough, Matt. This is why it's tough.
Mm-hmm. This is the game.
What? Okay, I'm gonna say. Pasta.
Just going straight in.
No, as in like, or maybe like Italian. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we should think about cuisines.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
chat
about
saying Italian Asian.
what if I follow kind of along those lines, but I say saucepan?
Oh,
rather
okay.
than, like,
Utensil
wok
instead.
or frying pan.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Or like cooked in. Oh. Don't know what's going on with the type. Anyway, cooked in saucepan. Because then if you do something like pasta, like that narrows it down, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's say Italian.
What have we got?
Shepherd's pie.
Come on, it's gotta be shepherd's pie.
Oh god, here he comes. Shepherd's pie is cooked in an oven, guys. I hate to tell you this. Well, I guess you start on the hob, but
Or a microwave.
People are making
microwave oven. Yes.
a good suggestion of asking which meal it might be. So it's a main meal, but which meal?
Yeah,
like breakfast,
dinner?
lunch, dinner. Yeah, I think dinner's most likely, right? Probably.
I would assume so.
I think particularly if we're asking Italian as well.
Yeah. Italians famously don't eat breakfast or lunch. So.
Well, most of the Italian food we would eat, or I would make a rough guess of being included on these cards.
Right.
Would not be breakfast foods.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying breakfast in the chat, to be fair. So.
Should we go with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Or breakfast.
And then if we get 2 thumbs, we can assume it's probably a lunch or dinner that's cooked in a saucepan and it's Italian. All right.
Yes, it's a boiled egg.
Kit Sam
says
boiled shepherd's pie. Oh, that is one of the worst sentences I've ever read. That is horrible. So vile.
That belongs on that farm foods advert.
Boiled shepherd's pie.
Crispy jalapeno Spanish mix. Sweet browns.
Right. Meehan.
Sweet browns.
Give us your thumbs.
Don't say that and then ask me to do anything because I'm just gonna laugh. Right.
One phone coming out.
Is that it?
Just one.
Yep. Oh wow.
Ooh,
okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do we think that it is a fried Italian meal rather than cooked in a saucepan like pasta?
I think the chances are low.
Or is it a breakfast?
I think it's a breakfast.
I will remind you quickly that at the top there are 3 thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I saw someone in the
Meehan, do you not think breakfast is a main meal?
I'm not saying anything.
I mean, you are, but okay.
Quiet.
Because so what's an Italian dish that isn't cooked in a saucepan? So not pasta and presumably not pizza. That might appear on a card in a mainstream international game. So is relatively well known because I can't think of one.
Yeah, that's quite tough actually.
It's just Sam Kit says, I have no idea what a shepherd's pie is. You're better for it, my friend.
Yeah, you don't need to find out. It's
shepherd's pies are great, thanks very much. Okay. What? Do you guys not like shepherd's pie?
It's the most boring food in the world.
It is not the most boring food in the world.
It's like a bad lasagna.
It can be the most boring food in the world. That doesn't mean it is.
Thank you.
Lasagna is just lasagna is just Italian shepherd's pie. Lasagna is just Italian shepherd's pie. If you like lasagna, then you're being harsh to the English version. I don't particularly
care for mashed potatoes, which might explain.
Whoa, okay. Now I just understand that you're entirely wrong, Matt Jarvis.
I also don't like jacket potatoes while we're out there. Don't like them.
Jacket potatoes are a bit naff, but mashed potatoes are incredible.
Come on, shall I suggest we move on from this particular argument and move on to the argument of the game?
But is a jacket potato a main meal?
Martin Cox says shepherd's pie is organic. The problem is it's a very easy thing to cook, a mediocre version of. So like it's made in household. So you might have had a crap version that your mum made and think you don't like shepherd's pie. That doesn't mean that shepherd's pie is a bad meal. But anyway, carrying on. I think breakfast is probably better, but then I feel like we're being warned away from it by Meehan now.
Yeah.
I feel like I regret my action.
Which means that it's not breakfast, basically.
Okay, so is it cooked in a saucepan? But it's not.
But Italian, it's not Italian, which would make more sense.
It's not breakfast. Which probably, now that I think about it, is the most likely of these.
Can we do solid? Because it might be soup.
Oh yeah, that's a.
I'm going to do solid.
Okay. I'm going to go with.
Risotto is not cooked in a saucepan. Thank you very much, Will Sawyer.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
People keep typing shepherd's pie as ketchup.
George M says MASH is my reason to live.
I'm so sorry.
AN1NE says shepherd's pie is 1,000 times better than lasagna.
You're wrong, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, come on. Who needs to do a clue? I think Will said
I need to
solid.
do one, and the chat.
Yeah, they're too busy arguing about shepherd's pie.
Oh, we haven't done meat yet.
Well, we kind of had vegetarian vegan.
Oh, yeah,
here,
of course.
Right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that suggests that it could contain meat.
George M says curry.
Oh,
It's an optional one. We could do Indian or like East Asian.
yeah. Okay. Well,
What about Eastern or Western?
I feel like then we're wandering into very vague territory, though, right?
Well, no, because if then you're thinking archetypes, right? Because if the answer's curry, then you could answer that by saying it is Eastern. Although I guess you could have a vegetarian curry, right? I don't know.
Mm. How about like, oh gosh, like cooked in under a certain amount of time? Because curries typically take quite a long time to cook, right? And stews and
Yeah.
soups take a longer
I
time.
feel
So
like
if
that's
it's
so
cooked,
vague though, because then you could say, I mean, you could theoretically cook a curry in 10 minutes if you got a jar sauce and shove some chicken in
I
it,
suppose.
you know? But then also,
If you're a monster.
but then also, right? If you look at that, it says not vegetarian or vegan, right? But you can have a vegetarian vegan curry.
Mm.
But is by not selecting vegetarian vegan, are we saying it's not ever vegetarian or vegan, or it's not commonly vegetarian or vegan?
This is the question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm seeing a few people suggest
solid European.
I'm seeing some people ask about spice.
Yeah,
so, like,
spicy is
typically
good.
Spicy.
I like spicy. What? How about this? Solid Europeans typically spicy.
But then if we get two thumbs, like solid and European and typically spicy doesn't really get us anywhere.
Or solid and typically spicy.
Or should I go with like can contain meat? Should we knock the meat thing out?
Wheels, solid and typically spicy.
Well,
sounds like your Tinder description.
no, it sounds like my biography title. Gillen Borum says, Wheels, you're a solid European. I wish I was, my friend, but unfortunately we're not anymore.
No, we've been cast out.
What about someone said bird. I quite like bird. Because then you've got like chicken, duck. Yeah, it's not a steak, it's not, that kind of thing.
Okay. How about can
Bird
be
in a pot.
with like poultry?
Yes.
Because I feel like if we just go with chicken or has chicken, a curry can be
Yeah.
chicken, but it can basically be anything. Whereas like can be made with poultry, we finally can get rid of shepherd's pie.
It's finally be rid of shepherd's pie.
I'm gonna get rid of solid,
haunts us.
and I'm gonna instead have it be contains at least some liquid.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because then that covers curries with chunks in and soup, but it's not steak and chips because that's all solid.
That sounds like a farm foods product. Curry with chunks in.
Oh,
Chunk curry.
okay.
Right, are you locking in?
Let's lock
Oriol
in.
Gonzalez says spicy European. I thought you already said Italian.
You're locking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, bird, aka not a large dog. Oh.
Oh yes!
The triple.
That's got to be a curry. That has to be a curry.
I would assume that that's got to be a curry.
That has to be a curry.
Okay. Do we have to guess the specific curry though? This is the question.
Well, should we do two normal guesses and then just a red card that says curry on it?
Yeah,
And then hopefully we win, but if not, we'll get 3 ticks, right?
Spicy. So what else could be typically spicy and contains at least some liquid? Probably not loads.
Yeah, but it's the fact that it's typically spicy, right?
Yeah.
Because you can have a spicy soup, but it's not a given. Which makes me think it kind of has to be curry.
Yeah. All right. Shall we? Let's stick in curry.
Okay. We've got 1 red curry, and now we need to just think of 2 clues just to balance it out. that maybe would lead us down the right path for what type of curry if we have to be more specific. Angel Beat says, "Don't get curried away, folks." A lot of people in chat already saying curry. Shepherd's pie curry.
Oh, God.
Lamb curry is delicious.
Just blending up a shepherd's pie.
Oh.
Isn't that basically just Huel?
Rasmus says Tim Curry.
Oh, God.
Clockwork Raven says Wheels is currying this game.
Contains at least some liquid.
That does describe me, to be fair. Okay. How about creamy?
How about what, sorry?
How about creamy as an option? That would lead us down, like, you know, it wouldn't be a booner, for example.
Yeah, all right.
Creamy is my guess. There were already a lot of curries in the chat, so we'll say that's the chat guess, and then we've got one from you, Matt.
Wheels.
Creamy.
Creamy.
Sweet browns. Curry for the... Are we going for curry as the chat guess?
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet browns.
Stop it! You're like pressing a button. Someone's put Tim Curry.
I know. What about crispy jalapeno space mix?
Matt, tell him to stop.
Oh, contains carbohydrates is good from Isabel.
Wow. Creamy. Okay. I'm gonna go with.
What about chunky?
Light in color.
Light. Yeah, I like light.
Because I feel like that might also separate out what we're looking at. If it's not a curry, that is. All right. I think we're locking in.
Here we go. Did we get it, Meehan?
Just trying to think. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
It's not the solution.
Okay, so we need to be more specific.
Well, that means it's not the curry.
No.
I guess.
It's not the solution card.
Okay, so it's a type of curry, perhaps.
Well, no, hold on, because if you get a solution wrong, it just turns into a normal clue, right?
It's
which means that
a normal clue,
only
yeah.
one
Okay.
of these three things is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I was chatting with Matt. Okay, so
do we think it's a curry that's not creamy or light in color?
Or do we think it's... I
mean,
think
typically
creamy and spicy only really describes curry, right?
I guess, but I would describe like a chicken, like korma, as creamy, but not a vindaloo.
Yeah, they're more sort of tomatoey, watery.
So maybe it's like a specific type of curry. I feel like typically spicy must mean it's got to be down this route somewhere. Unless it's like a Ginster's pasty or something.
Contains gravy. Chase says, "Don't get locked into curry," but I'm trying to think of what else.
It's all I know.
It could be like laksa or something, you know, like that'd be pretty difficult. Like spicy noodles.
Some liquid. That's the thing that I think's throwing me. Is like contains at least some liquid.
What about like ramen?
Ooh, that's a good call.
Like that, you know, like noodle soup. Kind of.
Yeah, is ramen typically spicy? I guess.
I think
it's one of the most
noodle
popular
soups in
flavors,
general
probably,
are typically spicy,
Yeah.
but not necessarily ramen.
Cooked on a hob, typically eaten cooked. Yeah, main meal. Yeah,
Someone
savory.
says dal. Dal is also a good answer.
Cooked in saucepan, that would line up. Liquid, poultry, spicy. Ramen's a very good call. Like, it's not creamy, it's not light in color.
We've got two guesses left.
Yeah, and
we've got
2 rounds.
2 rounds, so we can split them between each other. Faux,
Yeah.
somebody has also said. Is pho typically spicy?
I finally meet you.
Yeah, ramen can definitely be spicy, but is it typically spicy? That's the question we're asking. Mole.
Okay. So how about this? If we
Sorry, someone put, it can't be Ginster's pasty as it's food.
That's a very good answer, to be fair.
Someone else has also put custard creams.
Custard creams. They do contain at least some liquid.
A lot of people in chat are saying ramen. Should we put down ramen as the solution, and then we'll do 2 more clues?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think for my clue, how about like contains noodles? Because then if it's not ramen,
excellent stuff.
It might be pho or something similar.
Martin Cox says Spice Krispies.
Spice Krispies. What about American? Because it could be like jambalaya. We never said it was European or Eastern or whatever. Shall I put Eastern? And then we can, if we get no thumbs, then we know that we're completely in the wrong area.
Sure. Let's roll with that.
Okay. All right. Oh my god.
You're locked in.
We're locked in.
Mm-hmm.
God, this game's hard. Yes!
Yay!
Get in!
Nice. Well done,
I was so worried when you were in the curry hole.
Yeah, the curry
in the curry hole.
The curry hole.
That's what happens if you eat too many Ginster's pasties and shepherd pies.
The curry hole.
I'm right in the curry hole.
Oh, I'm right in the curry hole, I am.
Yeah, well done. I was a little bit worried because
this was tough, this row.
Yeah.
I realised when I picked typically spicy, I was like, oh god, hang on, maybe that was a bad idea. Because the reason why I ticked that is because one, most ramens I've had have been spicy in some capacity, and two, like I think it just veered you. I was worried if I wouldn't pick that, you'd go for soup or like a more.
It definitely got us in the right frame of mind, I think.
Yeah.
We just ended up on the curry side instead.
Yeah, that's the one that I was like going Manara about because like ramen, it's one of those dodgy things. Like the ones you get in pots are typically spicy, but like, yeah. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Rob C, who says, "Oft have I found myself trapped in the curry hole."
I laughed at Chaotic Midnight, who said shepherd's pie ramen. It's going to be the running theme.
Another one that I was dodgy about was can be made with poultry. Because yes, it technically can be made with poultry, but more traditionally it's pork. So I was like,
Yeah,
but can be. That's why we said can be though, because then it's like, okay, cool, you can make it with chicken. All right. Yeah.
Same with the vegetarian and vegan, because you can technically have a vegetarian vegan ramen, but it's not very common. Like, I usually make that myself because I'm vegetarian, but
I think
coming to Japan,
I think
it's not as common there.
Because we didn't say can be vegetarian or vegan. We should be interpreting that as it is not exclusively vegetarian or vegan, or it is exclusively vegetarian or vegan. Can be is a powerful word to use, or a powerful phrase rather.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, having played this a few times, I use typically so much.
Yeah.
Because you're basically just playing off of assumptions at some point. All right.
Congrats.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. All right. Shall I jump in the...
You're in the hot seat.
Don't throw me in the curry hole.
You're in the hot seat. You're in the curry hole, Matt.
Why did you turn into Samwise Gamgee?
Master Frodo! Share the curry!
Master Frodo! I've got to save you from the curry hole. Someone's put shepherd's pie curry hole.
This is it. One last step. This is the furthest I've ever been into the curry hole.
Shepherd's pie curry hole sounds like one of those things that you get in like a tin, like the old is it Fry Bentos?
God, yeah, I know exactly.
The vacuum sealed pie.
Oh god, I've seen those.
Fry Bentos.
Really horrendous. It really
absolutely
is.
disgusting.
Right, I need to change my colour.
Yeah, Meehan, I'll make you were blue, were you?
Yeah, I'll be blue.
Yeah, and then
Daboo dee, daboo die.
make that red. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh,
here we go.
Oh, great! You have already selected red, but now I'm stuck on the color selection. So now I need to turn you purple and then turn you red again. There we go. All right. Thanks,
now
Tabletop
I'm
Simulator.
about those Fry Benton's things now, Matt. You've really cursed me. My mum used to give those to my brother. And I was like, don't do that. You'll kill him.
Okay. I'm going... Yeah, this... Okay, let's roll with this. The starting hint is music.
Oh. Meehan, how do you feel about first round solution card that says Venga Boys?
All music stems from the Venga Boys.
I feel very strongly about that because they are like... They're the Mozart of music.
It's a little known fact that the Venga Boys inspired the Beatles.
Yeah. They got it all from them. So, okay,
now,
music.
One thing that I'm immediately thinking is, should we rule out the possibility that it's not a song / piece of music? Because it could be an instrument or...
Yeah, I think it's worth using at least one clue to say instrument.
Yeah.
Because it could be an instrument.
So let's...
As long as we use one for instrument.
Well, what if we try and double up on one of them? So, like, for example, we could say classical, because it could be a classical instrument like an oboe, whereas an electric guitar or a rock band would get ruled out. But it's also a genre, so if it is a piece of music, we've still got a chance at, unlocking something.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm going to say classical.
Okay, I'm going to put instrument.
And then we're looking at one from chat.
Yeah, Venga Boys. Yeah.
Martin Cox says, does anyone remember that advert from the early 2000s with the metal band singing about shepherd's pie? And I don't know if it's a bit just because of conversation, but I feel like if anyone knows early 2000s references and can bring them up at the drop of a hat, me, I mean, it's us collectively.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Tizer and...
I never brought up Tizer. I did bring up Panda Pops, though, so I guess...
Curry on my way with Santa's Angel Bee. Shepherd's pie, I'm going to bake you in hell tonight. Gas mark 5, not Fahrenheit. Stringed is interesting from Isabel and Max. Or string.
Dolly Parton, someone's put. Excellent choice.
I feel like every instrument can be played solo.
Second time Dolly Parton's come up this week.
Yeah, well, she's been busy recently.
Yeah, the chat won't know this, but this weekend you will be able to watch us playing Wander Home.
Yes.
The RPG in which Dolly Parton gets referenced multiple times.
Yeah. And about 5 minutes in, Meehan decided that she was Dolly Parton after saying she was going to do a West Country accent.
Yeah, I kind of decided to throw in the towel on that one and just go for something I could maybe a bit more manageable.
Okay, a lot of people saying artist, so let's shove artist in there. Oh my god, did that work? There we go. All right, it's a bit illegible from here. Here we go.
I'm going to use my
straight onto
specific
artist.
thumb straight
it's
away.
The Venga Boys.
Well done, chat.
Well done,
chat.
Instruments.
Is it now? The problem is when Matt saw the clue, he did like a reaction.
Oh, see, that's a little bit naughty, Will.
Which is giving me a bit of information.
Someone that Matt likes potentially,
or that he knows that we like. Like it could be Elton John, you know.
Oh, it could be Elton John. Yeah.
It could be whoever the composer was for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater's main theme. Okay,
that would be surprising.
So that is just one thumb, though, yeah, Matt?
That's just one thumb.
Just one thumb. Okay, so it is an artist. So let's start thinking genres, maybe?
Yeah.
So what... Yeah, I like... Earlier in chat, somebody said current or oldies. which I think is kind of a good dichotomy.
Maybe you could put like modern or something.
Yeah, like modern, and then we can pair that with a genre and hopefully get two. Alive or Dead is also really good from chat, but that's the one that's getting the most votes right now.
The thing is, though, pop is such a broad genre, and that's why I hate the idea of the problem with genres, particularly ones like pop, is like technically pop music is whatever's popular at the time.
Oh no, yeah, but it is also a genre,
pop
right?
Music
yeah.
is also like a genre, but it might be hip hop because, like, I know Matt likes a few of those artists.
Meehan, it is impossible for you to talk about hip hop and not sound like the whitest person in existence.
I'm sorry.
I'm aware that Matt likes a few of those hippity hoppity artists.
I do like some of the hip hop. I know like the Jay-Z. It might be the Wu-Tang Clan.
It might be Wu-Tang Clan. It might be it might be Insane Clown Posse.
There's a lot of people in the chat, by the way, asking whether it's dead or
yeah.
Alive.
I've put alive for the chat.
Okay. Do you want to put modern
Band is also a good suggestion. I'm gonna say band.
Okay, you want to say band? Yeah, live. I'll say
maybe a genre.
I'll pick a genre then.
Yeah.
Or modern.
Or, well, if they're alive, then they're more likely to be modern, right?
This is true. Well, not necessarily.
Yeah, but then if we get like two, then it might be a solo artist who is alive but has been around for a while, like Elton John. So maybe we do say classical or modern or whatever.
Modern, yeah?
Yeah, modern.
Okay, let's go with that. Because I reckon we could potentially move to the genres in the next section to narrow that part down.
So I think I can use my guide clarifications here and just ask you what you mean by modern.
Like
still making music. Okay, wait.
Like maybe put a date on it. I think that's within the rules of this game to just be like, what do you mean?
Should we say this century? Like post millennium.
Okay, yeah. Let's put 20.
Oh, sorry, carry on.
First century.
Okay.
Okay, what if I put... Matt knows what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, I don't want to say still making music because you get these idiots like Paul McCartney who are still doing things. And they just need to learn to stop. Like,
okay.
So, yeah.
All right, are you locking in?
Yeah, we're locked in.
Okay. All right, I'm going to put down 2.
Ooh, okay. All right, so... This could either mean a band who are alive but are pre-millennium, a band of people who died but made music in the 21st century seems pretty uncommon.
Yeah.
Not unheard of, but uncommon. Or it's a 21st century band, which seems more common.
Yes. Okay, maybe we use some genres to kind of nail...
No, wait, sorry. If they're a 21st century band, that would mean that they were dead. Yeah, sorry, yes. Which I just said is stupid, so...
Yeah. So let's assume that they're alive.
They're either an alive solo artist from the 21st century, or they're an alive band from pre-21st century.
Making music anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say let's use some genres to kind of like narrow this down a bit more, because I think.
What if we did like pop and then male or female?
Okay.
Because if we do think it's a solo artist.
Yeah. Because, I mean, let's just face it. If Matt's being kind to us, it's not going to be like, it's actually electro-pop, is he? So, like, if you pick some of the most, like, obvious genres, like pop...
I think you'll find that's new wave.
Or, like, hip-hop. Like, I'd say pop, rock, and hip hop, it's likely to be one of those. Like, because technically, I guess you could say country is a bit like rock, unless Matt wants to be like, no, actually, it's trap music.
George M would like to point out it could still be the Venga Boys.
It could still be the Venga Boys. Still on the cards. Still on the cards.
Yeah, what do you think? Because you're saying soloist, but I reckon we try genre and then try and narrow it down to whether it's band or solo first.
What if we said, like, exclusively female? Because I think in modern pop music there is a lack of exclusively female bands.
There are. I'd say Little Mix is really the only one.
So if we got exclusive, like if we think that exclusively female is correct based on the thumbs up that we get, then that would probably hint towards that it might be a solo artist, for example. That's gonna be me. I think that might be smart.
Okay.
As for the chat,
what is going on in the chat? BTS Shepherd's Pie.
BTS Shepherd's Pie.
I mean,
Chase Carter says, I need immediate confirmation that it isn't Nickelback for my mental health.
The thing is, this is a fairly modern game, right? It came out like in the last month? This game?
Last half of last year, second half of last
year. So BTS, I think BTS is maybe a bit too recent for them to think about putting that in there. Please don't come at me, BTS fans. Total respect.
Time to summon the army.
No, please.
There's a bit of a divide here in the chat.
Some people are saying K-pop. Someone said Sugar Babes.
What if we now said group? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
It is a big mixture. There's not really
James Martin says not American.
Some people are saying American.
Yeah, a couple of people are saying American. Yeah, should we say American for the chat?
Yeah.
Then? Okay, American. All right.
Okay, locking in.
Yes, it's locked in.
It's so one thumb.
It's so one thumb.
Ah, that's it.
Okay.
Just one.
That could mean that they are.
It could mean a lot of things.
It could mean that they're an American band who were pre-21st century.
It could mean that. And they don't do pop.
Yeah, like Rolling Stones, for example. You know, like.
Yeah. Because I reckon...
The American, I can't even remember. But
I reckon the odds are, if they were an exclusively female group, they'd probably be doing pop music, unless it's something like what's that band that Courtney Love was in?
Hole.
It's probably not likely to be that. I'm just trying to think of if it's exclusively female, they'd probably be pop.
Another thing is that this could be a solo male pop singer from the 21st century.
Who's not American.
Or a solo male American singer who's not pop.
Or... Wait, let's back up here, okay, because... Right. So we've got 2 for the band alive in 21st century, right? I think we're going to assume that they're alive. So it
can't be BTS because there's only 2 ticks, and they are alive, a band, and from the 21st century.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's BTS.
But I've seen a lot of people in chat say BTS. It can't be any modern band, right? It's either an old band or a new singer. So the question is...
No, you're right. Yeah, because if they were making music in the 21st century, they're probably
alive, right?
So it's likely to be a band in the 21st century. So
somebody said plays their own instrument, which is actually a really good answer. or clue rather to get.
Let me put this to you, right? I think that's not worth doing because if they're a band in the 21st century and they weren't playing their own instruments, they would probably be a pop group, and like I don't think there's really been many American like groups that are exclusively kind of male not playing their own instruments. Like,
can we?
The last American group I can think of is like In Sync or something.
Wheels, quickly. Someone in chat said they can't see how many thumbs. If you don't mind zooming out a little bit.
Yeah. Can we double up on clues, Matt?
You can use the same clue twice if you want, because you could use it to clarify. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't use the same clue twice.
So I could do like first card male, second card not female, and then if we got 2 ticks.
Oh, you mean doubling up in the same round?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean technically. I mean it's your own clues you're using there, so you're losing out on one to try.
Wait. I've confused myself. Okay, so it could likely be that they're not making music now because they're probably alive.
They could just be
an
alive band, yeah.
I think it's American.
A live band American?
Yeah.
Like
Rolling Stones, like...
Rolling Stones are British.
Oh, fuck.
I can clarify that.
Meehan! First stream of the year and we've already broken.
Get a in
That's
quick.
like the first time I've ever done it. Probably.
This game is hard. I can see why you'd need to swear.
Okay. Why did I think the Rolling Stones were American?
Because they just spend all their time over there now, I guess.
Yeah, they live there.
Maybe we need to decipher whether or not it is a solo artist or a band, because if we do that, then we're in a dilemma right now.
Maybe use another clue for band. Oh yeah, artist is tick, so that could mean a band.
Yeah, artist just means person who makes music, though, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a solo artist. That's why the term solo artist exists.
Yeah, but it could be they're alive and in the 21st century, and they're American, so they could be soloist. Yeah. Okay, maybe choose like soloist or solo as like one of the clues.
But then, how do we confirm it? What if we did? This is hard.
Chris Field asked if you're allowed to do word-based clues like A, M, but I don't think that's in the rules. I don't think you're allowed to do like sounds like something or starts with letter.
Rules are here, right?
It has to be about the actual thing.
Maybe guitar, or like using a particular instrument to try and link.
Where does it give the clue? Okay, it's not very good about defining what a clue is. Oh, because there we go. Okay, sweet. So a clue is used to indicate blah, 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 a single idea.
John Potts says Ketchup. Hell, there probably is a band called Ketchup. There's Last Ketchup, known for the Ketchup song.
Yeah, known for the Ketchup song.
Seekers may repeat clues as many times as they like, even in the same row.
Okay.
So you can also put blank cards, so we could just put like, band on its own with nothing else there.
Yeah, what if we put band soloist and then nothing else in the third one? No, but then we don't know which one it is.
Yeah, don't do that. Definitely don't do that.
What if you put band solo? Because then we know if you've got 2, then it's a band. If you've got 1, it's solo.
Well, no, we should, instead of doing that, we should put band, and then something else we want to know. Because then if we get 3, we get 2 pieces of information.
Okay, that's
if we get
better,
2,
yeah.
we get 1 piece of information. If we get 0,
maybe another genre or a particular instrument they're associated with.
What about like band, rock?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
What are the chat saying?
Won an award is what chat are saying.
That's a very general.
And then male again. We could do band male, and that would completely clear it up.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Band male. Locked in, Matt. Locked in. And then we know if it's an exclusively male band as well, if we get all three.
There's one.
Okay, so it's a male solo.
Oh!
Oh!
Three.
Oh! It's an all-male band. It's an all-male band.
All-male band. American, I reckon.
Yeah, so not pop, not exclusively female, American.
I don't think it's going to be a pop group because there's not been a worth like a notable American pop group. Yeah. I suppose technically in the 21st century there was.
Yeah, but if it's if it's a band, it's not 21st century because there's no band in the 21st century that completely died that's going to be on this card. Logically.
So we know they're alive and they're...
Hatchinoff, take that are British. Thank you very much.
In fairness, we don't want them.
That is our burden to bear.
That means no. That means they must be alive and a band.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Not making. Okay. Yeah.
So they're an oldies. They're probably dad rock. Let's be honest.
Right.
They're all male. I mean that doesn't really narrow it down. Now we need to start getting real specific.
Okay.
But they could be like 90s, you know.
Yeah. Nirvana?
Yeah. No, because then they wouldn't be alive. Because not everyone in Nirvana is alive.
Not everyone in the band died.
Yeah, but not everyone's alive, so you wouldn't tick alive.
I guess. Why can't I think of no American...
Green Day, I think, is 21st century, so the Limp Bizkit is 21st century.
It's gonna be something like... Yeah, like dad rock.
I think if they were still making music that people actually gave a crap about in the 21st century, then we don't want them. If they were a band that were good in the 90s but then just completely fell off a cliff before the millennium, then maybe, you know. Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin.
Okay, let's try some genres again because we know it's not pop, obviously. Yeah. So maybe if we.
Or what if we
put rock then?
What if we did like rock and heavy, and if we get 2, then we know it's more like a sort of, like Kiss or something.
Is everyone in Kiss still alive? I don't know.
I think so. I mean, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, Gene
probably
Simmons
not alive in the
a
traditional
form of living, I suppose.
Yeah. I think Gene Simmons is more some kind of lich.
Aren't there Kiss branded caskets? I seem to remember.
Probably, yeah.
Like they've merchandised everything. Yeah.
There's definitely Kiss branded Pez for sure. I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Somebody in chat says, "How do you know it's not pop?" Hatchinoff says, and it's a good question. It is a good question. But
could be pop and not American and a male band.
Oh god, it could be like. It could be
Take That.
It could be like Blue. But then they were carrying on in the 2000s. They were carrying on in the 2000s.
Yeah. Well,
no, they were in Love Actually. That's a bad shout. Love Actually is, if it exists in Love Actually, it's in the 2000s. Love Actually is the most 2000s thing that ever existed.
It is true.
The most like 2004 thing.
Yeah.
When the specific year it came out, and no year after.
It's the most dated film ever made. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's.
Blue started in 2003 apparently. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
I thought they were in the 90s.
I just don't think it's going to be Blue because I reckon. Even though they were big in the day, I just don't think they're big enough to be, or relevant enough to be in this game. No offense to Blue, if they're listening to this.
Smash Mouth says Chaotic Midnight. Once again, 21st century.
It's true. It's not impossible.
another band that is frozen in time, specifically in like 2001, with the release date of Shrek 2.
I mean, what about 1, even. What about? Oh no. Maybe a band that turned into a solo artist. So they weren't around for the 21st century, but they're still alive and kicking because the person is just a solo artist now.
Jack Wood said, "Love Actually is awful, and I will die on this hill."
Yeah, no,
I really don't think there's any need to die on that.
Yeah, Jack. Nobody's watching Love Actually because they appreciate the cinematography and artistic direction. It's
we will die on this hill with you.
It's a like a crap movie that you know is crap when you go in, and that's why you watch it. The Police, says Rolver Rock.
That was not a bad shout.
But then I wouldn't call them pop. I'd call them rock.
Yeah, and they're not American.
And they're not exclusively female.
Maybe if you put maybe you put rock or guitar and like heavy or something like that, it might get us out of the pop mire or further in there. We're not sure. I don't know what the group, the chat are just shouting names now, like Duran Duran.
Imagine Dragons. Who said imagine? Lazy Boy.
Wow, you're about to get wheeled.
Oh God!
You're about to get wheeled.
You're about to get wheeled. Shock Jock Radio Wheels is back. The Village people.
Wheels, we're running out of time. I reckon you should just put rock and heavy, and then for the chat, maybe do a guess for the chat because the chat are just going wild.
Yeah, pick a guess, chat.
Banger boys.
Pick a guess that fits the criteria, and we'll give you a red card. Which giving red cards is good in this game for some reason.
Yeah.
Hopefully not fictitious, says Preeter Geek. Oh my God. Can you imagine if it's a fictitious band? Oh God. Oh, what if it's like... No, I'm not even going to think about that.
Okay. Someone said,
British.
So is Love Actually like going to the toilet?
People are saying British now.
Okay.
Because then... Oh, wait, no, that's a solution card, though. So let's give them a normal one. Okay.
No, I'm just... right. Are we locking in?
Yes.
Matt?
Okay, so what have we got? We've got
rock, heavy, and British.
Rock, heavy, and British. 0 thumbs.
Okay, that's actually really useful.
Okay, so they're pop.
That means they're probably pop, unless they're hip hop.
Yeah, I bet it's the Wu-Tang Clan.
It could be Wu-Tang Clan. Although,
because he made that noise, and you know how he feels about that band.
Yeah, but didn't Wu-Tang carry on to the 2000s?
No idea. The wrong person to talk to about that.
You got 2 more rounds for what it's worth because the bottom line are solution cards.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, we've got one more round of guessing and then a round of going for it.
Let's outline what we definitely know. We know that they're a band and they're alive. We know that they're probably... Oh, the thing is... Okay. We know that they're not British. They're not a rock group. We know that they're a band of mostly male. The thing is, the fact that there's only one on the pop and American side means that there is only one of those. So they're either a pop group or they're American. I think it's a hip-hop group of some sort.
No, Matt, I'm deleting that to say that it's one of these two.
Sorry, I thought I'd deleted it and was like, I'm just going to quickly add that back in.
Because we know it's not female because we got one on male. So we.
Oh wow, this is okay. Yeah, I see your system coming together now.
I'm trying to visualize this.
Oh my goodness.
I think there's some form of hip hop group who's not making music anymore, and they're an entirely male band. I bet it's the Wu-Tang Clan.
Should we put rap or hip hop?
Yeah, put hip hop as one of them.
Okay.
This is like my worst nightmare because I have absolutely no knowledge of hip hop groups before making music before the 21st century.
What if we put non-white? Because it could be like Run DMC, it could be NWA. Like there's a lot of things.
Let's just face it. Like in general, like most hip hop groups during that era.
Yeah, but then if we get one thumb, then that gives us a good sort of like indication that it might be the third card instead.
But we can use general concepts as well. I mean, like hip hop during the. If we're committing to this,
more than 4 members.
I was going to say there's quite a few people in the chat suggesting number of members.
Because if it's a big group, then it's more likely hip hop as well.
That's a good idea, actually. Put one of those as the clue.
Where if it's 4 or less, then it's probably
some people were saying NWA, some people were saying Run DMC. And the thing is, the fact that I know this is technically cheating, but the fact that Matt made that noise and knowing that he likes hip hop from that era, it's probably a good place to go.
I'm going to put not all white on my card, which I know sounds like something I shouldn't tweet. That's not the thing I'm saying. I'm just saying that not all members are white. Okay, not all members are white.
Put for the chat, like, was it more than? Did someone say more than 4 members?
I think 5 plus members.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 plus members is a good metric because then is
that too much? 5 plus?
No, but if it's 4 or less, then it's more like a traditional sort of like 2 guitars, a bassist and a drummer sort of thing.
Okay.
Whereas if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, that feels more like a hip hop group.
Ignorant on these matters. This is literally like, in terms of music, this is one of the for me, this is one of the places where I have the least amount of knowledge.
Okay,
right.
Hopefully
in with that.
Hopefully this gives us either all 3 or 0, and then that gives us the most amount of information. Oh, okay.
One last round. You might as well guess with all 3.
Yeah,
so they're not pop, they're American. They are...
They're alive.
Alive in a band, are we saying?
Yeah.
So we're saying pre-21st century.
But that's the thing, though, because, again, I am very ignorant in these matters. But I know that, like, I don't know the specifics about groups like NWA and etc. But, like...
Well, NWA split into solo artists during the 2000s. So, like, by that point, it was Dr. Dre, Like, it was...
Yeah.
I'm going to put NWA as my guess.
For me, put the Wu-Tang.
And then one from the chat.
Yeah, one from the chat. Chat, what do you think it is? Some people have put Run DMC.
Chris Field has guessed Boards of Canada.
Oh god, somebody said Jackson 5, and like it could be, because like it's disco, like or pop. I guess more pop, but then they were American as well, so yeah, maybe it's not. No, but wait, sorry, we did get a thumbs up on hip hop. Sorry, no, ignore that. It's definitely not the Jackson 5.
We know it's a hip hop group. Unless it's a hip hop group who are still making music now and some of the members aren't alive. I don't know. Like, again, I do not know.
Yeah, but I think you wouldn't not tick alive if only some of them were dead, I think. Okay, so we've got Sugar Hill Gang, we've got Run DMC, which we haven't put down yet. We've got Beastie Boys.
They were all white, from what I remember.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. I think we want the most popular out of the suggestions because they're the most likely to be on the card.
They're likely to be on the card. I reckon we pick Run DMC.
I
Mogo says the Wookiees, which I can only assume is a Star Wars themed hip hop group.
You'd be surprised. When I used to work at HMV, they had these Star Wars albums that are like disco Star Wars music. Awful. Really sorry. Really bad. The front covers are something.
Yeah, Beastie Boys is only 3 people. Liam Wilson says Sugar Hill Gang was a trio. Which I don't know if... Hold on.
No idea. Martin
Run DMC are only 2. So
only
that's
2 people. Public Enemy?
I completely forgot about the 5+, so it has to be a big...
Yeah, Clockwork Raven says Public Enemy. That's not a bad shout.
Aerosmith.
Run DMC, but specifically on Walk This Way.
I reckon you should pick Public Enemy. I don't know.
Sure.
I just know that there were quite a few members in that group.
A couple of people have said D12 now.
Including Flavor Flav.
Who have people said the most? I've seen D12 twice. Public Enemy was only 2, apparently.
It was 3. Please don't forget Terminator X.
Oh. I thought there were loads of members, or did they not count as members?
It's
do they just
largely
count
Flavor Flav, Chuck D, and Terminator X.
Okay. So for some reason I thought there were more than 3
We're not going
people.
to take Beastie Boys because there's not enough members.
Right.
Yeah, D12. Okay, screw it. D12. that is the one that I've seen the most of. Our answers for you. Oh, somebody said a Tribe Called Quest as well. Our answers for you, Matthew Jarvis, are NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, and D12. And the winner is...
Do I have to give it like the whole ITV?
Yeah, do it.
4 minutes of Fill This Dead Space playing live.
Have you got an envelope that you can draw from?
It's the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes!
When he made that noise.
And to give their props to Revolver Rock, they guessed Wu-Tang Clan almost immediately. And it was genuinely the next card in the deck. I just drew it, and it was the Wu-Tang Clan.
For anyone who doesn't understand, by the way, Matt Jarvis is a big Wu-Tang Clan fan. Which is why...
He will just tell me facts about them. I'm like,
that makes me sound terrible.
It's their music. I genuinely don't know anything about them, but just tell me things about Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing that was right at the front of our heads when we started, to be fair. But then...
I did wonder when it was banned and alive. I was like, oh, well, maybe you'll go down the wrong route of banned and alive. Obviously, not all of the Wu-Tang Clan are still alive.
Alive was a tricky one because I think we should have said all alive.
That's what I was
wondering
wondering about. I was like, oh, have some of them just died, but most.
In 21st century as well. Just.
So is that 2 out of 3 victories?
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. So
excellent.
apart from some big arguments on the nature of ketchup, we've had a great playthrough here of. I'm going to go up to the box. Or rather the rulebook, because it's got the front page on it. Masterword. Follow the guide. This is the new game from Scorpion Mask. Give it a Google if you are interested. As it says, learn the rules in 1 minute, which is pretty impressive for
there was a good YouTube video.
Yeah, the video was
about a minute long.
So very, very easy to pick up. Obviously, you've been playing with us this whole time, so you probably know the rules now as well. But yeah, available probably everywhere. I don't know if it's officially out or if we're playing a preview, but I'm assuming it's officially out, Matt.
I believe it's out, yeah.
Okay, and it is not organic. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. This has been Dicebreaker here on YouTube. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon if you want to get notified every time we put a new video live. You can also hit that thumb button, that thumbs up button. Give us a like. Smash that mother effing like button, as they say.
Goodness.
Wills.
Give us the thumbs.
Or we'll put you in the curry hole.
Or we'll put you in the curry hole. You can also find, when they're not in the curry hole, Matt Jarvis and Alex Meehan over on Dicebreaker.com, writing all sorts of fantastic articles, as well as all of our lovely contributors. We had Chase in the chat earlier, who's been writing a lot of articles for us in the past couple of months. And also, you can buy some exclusive Dicebreaker merch, including this hoodie, I don't know if it's in stock or not, but where is it? There it is. This hoodie and this mug.
And this water bottle.
All of these fantastic goodies on my Shopify. That's dicebreaker.myshopify.com. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next one. Watch out for the podcast going out tomorrow, and then our playthrough of Wander Home on the weekend. Both of those episodes going out in tandem as we wait for our next Dungeon Breaker record. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week for more live streams, but until then, have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye.